on day 177, I'm going to talk about what we need. I don't think that we just need more Bible study, but we also need more Bible doing. Now, don't get me wrong. Studying God's Word, extremely important. It's powerful, it's essential, and it's what we're called to do. But there's a danger in getting stuck in a loop of only consuming God's Word without ever applying it. James chapter 1, verse 22 through 25 says, "Do not merely listen to the Word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the Word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in a mirror and after looking at himself goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But whoever looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom and continues in it, not forgetting what they have heard, but doing it, will be blessed in what they do." So in those verses, James doesn't beat around the bush. He's telling us that hearing God's Word is not enough. Studying the Bible, that's awesome. But refusing to act on it is like looking in a mirror and forgetting what you look like. It's foolish. I think that in our society, we don't always need more information, but we need transformation. And transformation happens when obedience enters the picture. Let's be honest, in our culture today, especially in the West, we've got access to every kind of Bible study, every kind of resource. There's podcasts and there's commentaries and online courses and study Bibles and devotionals. That's all awesome. It's great. Those things work well. But the temptation is to equate studying the Bible to living the Bible. Like, you can know the Greek word for love and quote the Sermon on the Mount and diagram Paul's letters, but also not show the love of Christ to others in your actual day-to-day. Like, you got to be careful of that. Because that right there is not being a Christ follower. That's theory without action. And that's information without transformation. Like, Jesus didn't say that they will know my disciples by their Bible knowledge. But in John 13, verse 35, he said, "By this, everyone will know that you're my disciples if you love one another." And how do we do that? How do we love one another? Not just by talking about it, not by holding just a Bible study only about love, but by also actually showing up, by feeding the hungry, by visiting the sick, by comforting the broken, by serving the least of these. There's some people out there, unfortunately, and I've experienced this recently, that are just hateful, that are just not pleasant, and that will cut you down. That's people that are Christian and non-Christian. And you just I'm continuing to lean in to love those people, because I'm not ever going to come from a place of hate. Never going to come from a place of hate. But again, I love studying the Bible, but I'm focused in this season on trying to live Bible doing. If we want to live like Jesus, we have to look at how Jesus lived. Jesus was constantly on the move, and not just teaching, but he was doing a lot of action. He was touching lepers. He was healing the sick. He was feeding crowds. He was weeping with people that were grieving. Jesus didn't just preach the kingdom, but he demonstrated it. So here's the challenge in closing is, what if you and I decided to shift from only Bible studying and being Bible students, but also being Bible practitioners? Like, what if instead of us being like, "Oh, that's a good verse," what if instead we said, "How can I live that verse out today?" Because James says, the one who does it will be blessed. So if we want to grow spiritually, and if we want to shine like a light in a dark world, and trust me, it can be a dark world. I'm seeing that more and more right now. If we want to show people the truth and the power of the gospel, it is going to take action. It's going to take love in action. It's going to take compassion. It's going to take rolling up our sleeves and getting out of the classroom, but actually going out and evangelizing. Let us not be a people who just sits in pews every week and only just highlights the Bible but doesn't lift our hands to help people. But let's be a people who takes what we read in God's Word and brings it to life. Let's be doers of the Word and not only hearers. Because that's when the world sees Jesus. People see Jesus in our doing, in our Bible doing. That's the challenge today. That's day 177. Keep going.